This daily stroll is brought to you by New York and Jersey City. You heard? This nigga Angelo pulled up today.
Had to. Come on.
He getting the greatest fan experience ever.
Yeah, we're the ultimate fan experience for real.
We had chopped cheese yesterday, sold out in Brooklyn. Like that. That was one of the best shows. That was one of the best shows in the
run, yeah.
Oh my God.
Run, yeah.
And DC was yanking too, but that shit was.
When you come out to the East Coast, you only do like shows, or do you do a whole bunch of stuff while you're out here, like make your time worth it?
Yeah, we be trying to, like, we'll open it for bookings if we get to announcing time, and we just do like hella interviews. Like, I'm finna go do 100G shit while I'm here, so whatever we can kind of wiggle in there during that time.
Like, so when you booked the flight to the East Coast, what was like the original plan? Like, what was it?
Always a show, usually. Okay. Unless we come here specifically for like PR, like Sway and shit, usually it's based around the show. If I don't have a show booked, then I won't come. Right. Or if I know I'm coming, I'll start trying to, like, we just booked this Brooklyn venue like 5 days ago, like a week.
That's OT.
Like, when we announced it is when I got the email like, hey, you good to go.
Wow.
So this was all within a week. Wow. Same with DC, 3 days. DC was, we knew it was coming. It was like, oh, 3 days to book a venue because we had tiny desks.
So that's why you came to the
exactly. So while we there, it's like, let's try to do a show, make some extra paper.
Got a whole bunch of questions I have for you, bro. For the ultimate fan experience.
You heard?
Man, all right, so
I think only, like, what, 1 or 2 other people got to do strolls with us so far? Bro from Texas.
Word.
Remember for the backyard show that put up to the crib?
Oh, but also too, John Wayne.
Oh, yeah. What you got?
I want to know how important is style to, like, for like your brand, because I know, like, you wear sweats a lot, Crocs. Sometimes you wear something flashy.
Yeah.
How do you balance what to wear, and how do you really feel about monitoring your fashion or style?
I really didn't care too much until, like, recently when we brought Mei-Ling in to do the styling and shit for the visualizers. Cause I forgot who said it, but it was like, man, not getting dressed is like putting a kitchen chair inside of a Lamborghini. Like, the visualizer go hella hard. We had this clean ass background and everything looked fire, good ass shot. And then I'll wear some like regular shit that don't complement the scene.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're making a movie scene. You're making a movie, you have a wardrobe.
Right.
So that's really when it comes into play. And my deal with Mei-Ling when I got a stylist was like, I want to do this, but it has to be authentic to me. It got to be some shit that I really enjoy. It got to be my style and my feeling and my vibe, or I don't want to do it. So
that's so crazy, because I feel like it's like a complete 180 from what you really wear, from like, the hoodies and sweats to like the bucket hats and the sunglasses. I feel like it's a complete 180.
And it took a while for us to get there, to trying new shit. At first it was just hoodies and sweats, just nicer ones. And then we got to implement it, like, she'll slowly implement shades and hats and shit like that. And I started being more open to things because I want to get the shot off.
Right.
You feel me? So it kind of grew as we did it more and more.
And have you seen improvement in like?
Yeah, we done had so many pieces go viral more than they used to go.
Right. Yeah, because you do the same songs too.
Exactly. Yeah. But the scene is different. You feel me? So yeah, we've seen a lot more virality. And just to like look, like T's always trying to make me get dressed before shows, because when we see the footage after, it always looked different. It just feel like a movie.
Right. When it comes to Goodcompenny as a whole, how do you like delegate who does what for work? Because I know you edit your vlogs, you do a lot of editing yourself. I mean, how do you put people in positions to work for you, to get you content, to get you, even when it comes to merch and stuff?
I try to put everybody in a space of what they love doing or do best, unless it's someone like me or T, kind of like, we just have a love for the game. So it's not a specific thing. If I gotta edit, if I gotta if I gotta do whatever, we gonna do that because we just love the game.
Okay.
Splash is similar, but Splash is here for film. He loves the film. That's what I brought him in to do. So Vince does merch. Vince loves clothing, design, and merch. That's what he does.
Right.
And everyone is open to doing whatever necessary, but I try to put everybody where it aligns. Mike G, he loves producing and engineering. He loves engineering. He act like he don't, but he loves engineering. You feel me? But it's like, that's what he does best. That's where we allocate his energy.
And how do you manage that? So are you like a one-man manager? Would you check in with everybody?
Yeah, I'm kind of like the sun, and T is the moon. So it's like you're either gonna have me throughout the day and her throughout the night, or vice versa. We swap roles. So we're usually like, I'm the source between everyone.
Right.
But T is like right there. If you can't get to me for something, or it's something that doesn't need to reach my plate because I'm the sun and I don't need to come down and start warming up the world for this, you know, Tia take care of it.
Word.
Can we get a water right quick?
Yeah,
Let's
go for
it, man. Let's keep filming.
Keep it rolling though.
Keep it rolling.
Real life.
In the New Jersey corner store. It's not the same.
The Jersey City Deli. Culture. Culture.
I'm glad you was on the same page.
But yeah, I don't really have to like micromanage or over delegate. Like
they want to work for you.
everyone knows exactly.
The results
Everyone
are right
knows
there,
what they're
bro.
supposed to do. And
I'll take one. Yeah, please.
I'm good. Yeah. We.
All right, I mentioned that because.
Excuse me. What's up, brother?
Yeah, what up, man?
All right.
I got one in right here too.
What's up, brother?
I was saying all that to say because I run a podcast network, and I'm trying to, I'm doing all the editing, producing myself for 5 podcasts.
For 5?
5 podcasts. I got like the local heads that, I work with Charlemagne and iHeartRadio, so I've been doing podcasts at the highest level. So I'm bringing down that knowledge and that experience to the people from my county that want to start a podcast, and I'm producing them, getting them right, cutting clips for social media, getting their audio and video up on YouTube and also on all streaming platforms. And and I'm trying to delegate that so I could just focus on like the business part.
Tasks like that, there's no one who loves it. You have to find people who love the game and are willing to do whatever it takes to win, because there's no one who loves that. It's such a tedious task. Like, we've been there. Like, we have to switch off because ain't nobody want to do that shit day in, day out, every single day.
Right.
You're just not, it's not real. You feel me? It's hard to find someone who's passionate about that.
Okay.
So you really have to find players who just understand the game and use your whole starting 5. One day you doing this part, I'm gonna do this part. Next day I do this part, you do this, and you could be able to rotate, but you're not gonna find a passion player in that.
Yeah, just straight uploading audios
We've
all
tried.
the time. Okay.
We put so many niggas in that position and no one lasts.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah, I never thought of that though, rotating roles almost.
Yes.
Yeah, I like
yes.
that.
The tedious stuff is so boring.
Oh, that's me. Like I run a podcast network and I hate
It'll make you hate it.
It'll
make you hate it, and then nothing gets done because you're so just tired of it.
What role has your parents played in your early success? I know that your pops invested in you to a certain extent. Maybe more my question should be, how are they supporting you now that you're more successful?
Now they really get to relax, but they show up where needed.
Okay.
Whatever I need, they just show up. where necessary and apply it was needed, but it's kind of like now they get to really chill and relax. You know, I don't require much of them anymore. You know, they get to see the fruits of their labors.
How long has it been like that? Since you?
Shit, damn near since T came.
Okay.
You know, my mom still helped drop off packages and shit when needed, wherever they need it, you know.
Right.
My dad come print up CDs and sell CDs, and they're both there for when I need consultation on anything. But yeah, they kind of, they just get to kind of chill and witness and watch and experience the journey now.
Yeah, that's dope. I think your mom's so cool too, bro. I mean,
She all right.
The way, I mean, the way she is now, I mean, it would have seemed like your childhood must have been a blast with her, you know. I mean, the way she seems now, mad cool. Like my mom would smoke, but she wouldn't do it in front of us, and she'd kill me if she see me smoking. So
my mom was always the same nigga, but a different nigga when I was younger. We laugh about that because I'm like, nigga, you was this nigga the whole time, and we didn't know. You know, it's like she wasn't as cool as she is now. She was always chill and cool, but a different nigga.
You gotta be a mom,
right?
Even. What role do you play in Even?
I mean, me and T helped Even to its existence today. We were the very first release on Even, and we helped them optimize the whole rollout and what it looks like and the process and the flow and the reason that people could pay whatever they want and how fast it gets to people and how it gets to people. Why you don't have to log in this many times. We played a pivotal role to just the development and the success. No one would be using Even if LaRussell didn't do $100,000 on the first release and push that line and go on EYL saying, hey, this is what it is, and bringing all these independent niggas over. It just wouldn't be what it is today.
Word, shout out to Rashad and Troy.
You heard?
Uh-huh.
Shout out Mag.
Word, shout out Mag. Is Even only available for artists and musicians, or can it be?
Hell nah, all creators. All creators, that's what's special about what's built. You can sell any, if you're an author, if you any type of creator, if you have something to offer, even
producer, put some podcasts up there.
There's some people bringing some special podcasts to Even exclusively.
Wow.
If you have anything to offer, Even is the place for you.
That's awesome. Who do you look towards as a blueprint? Like I do a walk and talk just like this. I do daily vlogs. I even sell merch, make an offer based.
Yeah.
And my blueprint is LaRussell.
You
Who do you get bits and pieces from to formate your?
Nipsey, Hove, Ye, Sad Guru, Steve Jobs.
In which ways though?
I use their blueprints in different formulas. Like Sad Guru, I went to his retreat place, and it just inspired me on what I was building and what's been cultivated there in the community he built and how he built it and how he speaks. I learned how to speak in interviews through watching Sad Guru and witnessing him be. Steve Jobs, I used to, every morning when I would drive to my little walk spot, I listen to Steve Jobs interviews on how he built Apple and what he went through and his ideas, his ideology behind why things are the way they are. Like Apple was a human company. Like they tried to make a phone as easy to use while still being technology, advanced.
Yeah.
Right? Hove is Hove.
Yep, businessman.
Same with Ye. It's like there's so much to learn from them. And yeah, just reading. You know, I pick up game from everywhere game is sold.
Word. That's dope. When how do you keep coming up with different ideas? Like you do shows, you do interviews. Like is it almost like a repeating process? How do you keep things fresh and keep wanting to do it without seeming repetitive?
It's the whole theory. Like once you start digging a hole, different ideas start coming. But if you never stop digging, no idea comes. Like first you just start digging a hole, and when it gets to a certain point, you're like, oh, I could plant a tree in here. You're like, oh, I could put a swimming pool here.
Okay.
Once you get a swimming pool there, you realize it get dark and you can't see. So you're like, oh, let me put lights around the pool. Once you do that, you realize, oh, the pool kind of cold. Maybe I should add a jacuzzi so it'll be warm on this side. You feel me?
Yeah.
If you never execute one idea, you don't get other ideas. My pergola is on version 3 or 4 of its revamp.
Right.
Because we built it and we realized what worked and what didn't work, and we added to it. So the only way, it's hard for ideas to stop coming if you keep working.
Yeah, I like that. Wow. And that's how I feel too when I go to your shows, bro. I feel like when I hit like a mental block, I go to a LaRussell show and it's like, wow, I'm re-inspired.
Exactly, bro. It's like a car. A nigga made a pickup truck because they had a car one day and he couldn't fit everything he needed in it. And he was like, no, this is the kind of car I need. I'm going to make this one now. You feel me? But that only come through execution. If you're not getting nothing done, you never going to get fresh ideas.
Yeah, that's keep
you have no need.
Wow, that's genius.
That logo is fire.
New Jersey
it's
Transit?
It's an NJ, but it's just an N. It be that shit. It be that. Like everybody don't have that.
Yeah.
Everybody don't have that, bruh.
The logo make it different.
It's like me, like one of the things I feel like I'm hyper proficient in that people solicit me for is like, I know culture and I know branding and I know aesthetic. Thank you. I know what looks good and feels good to the eye and to the heart.
Yeah, I feel like I have that too.
And that's a skill that everybody don't possess.
You're right. You gotta have the eye. Can you explain what it means? Because I'm not an artist in any way, shape, or form. Can you explain what it means to like invest in one of your songs or invest into your music?
Didn't you create a podcast?
Yeah.
You're an artist.
Okay. Not a music artist, not a recording artist at least. I see what you're saying though.
Right. Record this voice every day and put it up online. I'm an artist and I record, but I'm not a recording artist.
That's hilarious. That's funny though. Technically speaking.
I'm a man and I'm black, but I'm not a black man. All right, OJ.
Right.
Okay.
Well, what does it mean to invest in your songs?
Like getting royalties?
Yeah, like when you talk, I think that's what you mean. You talk about splits and stuff.
Man, so we allow people to purchase a percentage of revenue generated from the songs. And now I'm expanding that door even more. I'm allowing investors to get percentages of show revenue, percentages of monthly subscription revenue, percentages of a bunch of different assets, but it started off with songs. Like, I don't know, we just had a thought one day, like, bro, it would be dope as fuck for people to be able to invest in the artistic journey. I found so many artists early, and I wish I was able to, like, have a piece or something to be like, man, I fuck with them and I support it. Right. And here, this would be helpful. Like Tim's, when I first found Tim's shit, I thought it was the greatest shit ever. I was like, nigga, this is it. I wish I could have invested in her journey and had a stake in one of those songs. And when they blow up, now I own revenue of it perpetually. Like, Baggage Claim came out in 2021. And people are collecting monthly revenue off that still. Some people who got it back then before it went viral.
Now, when people are collecting revenue off this, are they giving you thousands of dollars? Is it hundreds?
It depends on the song. If you get in early enough, it's even cheaper. If you come now and the song is already viral and moving, of course it's gonna be a bit more because it's generating more. Okay. But if you come early enough, yeah, some people get anywhere between 50, 100, 200, 500, 1,000. It just depends on the track. Like if you get like a slower album cut that like, this is just my favorite song and I love it, it could be a lot cheaper, but you still gonna make money for the rest of your life off of it.
So just to be clear, $50 is enough to invest in one of your songs?
Depending on the song, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If you get it early enough.
Yep.
Okay.
Nah, some of them not even about early. If it's just like a song that's just your favorite track, it's not really like streaming hella, but you just want to stake in it for the rest of your life and it'll just give you some dividends.
Yeah, that part too.
You feel me? But I mean, as I'm getting bigger, of course, the cost raises because they're generating more money.
Yeah. I mean, it makes perfect sense. But because I've always wanted to look into, but I was like, I'll be on Reddit trying to figure out what people are doing and stuff.
Hilarious.
And I never get a number.
Hilarious.
You have a song called Great White. And
classic.
First lyrics is 707 to the 510. I've been shipping merch out the 914.
Yeah.
Who do you know in 914? That's where I'm from, man, Westchester.
That's just how I go with merch. I used to like be on the computer, printing out the merch slips and I see all these different area codes and different people, and people was buying merch from all over the world.
Yeah, when I heard
So-
that, I said, oh shit, 914's on the map.
That's hard as fuck.
Yeah, literally, it's not that big of a county.
Right?
And yeah.
But somebody out there was fucking with me. It might have been you.
Well, might have been. Shit, that's fire. This is the ultimate fan experience, bro. I've been like losing sleep over these questions.
That's hilarious.
I'm
This is
finally
fire.
getting answers. Word.
This is dope too because a lot of other fans have these same questions, but they never get to really ask them because we don't really do free game no more either. So,
Right.
and that's all because of Tietta's fault.
Yeah, T.
Crazy how I go deaf on bullshit. Like,
Crocs.
Well, we,
Wearing Crocs. I'm sure something has come up by now, you know.
yeah,
Yeah.
we in there.
Yeah, good. Congratulations
We in
on
there,
that, bro.
We got
Word.
something coming.
Dope. Are there any and that you got this Crocs deal mainly by just rocking Crocs and rapping about it.
That's it. I got this Crocs deal solely for being myself. Already rocking the brand and representing. And that's the thing, a lot of the other deals they do is people who don't even like really rock Crocs and promote the way that we do. So we were the perfect fit because it's real and genuine and authentic.
Yep. Are there any other brands that you're trying to that you're like rocking that you would hope that you catch their eye? Cough Yoruba?
Not really.
Yeah.
We just really like the brands that we actually use and fuck with. Of course, DJI. I love North Face. Like, you know, my hit list is all the brands that I use in my daily life. I don't really care to go outside of that. And, you know, it's funny because like we did some shit with Jack Daniels before, and part of what we were supposed to do was like this toast, and I told him like, I don't drink, so I almost not did it just because of the fact that I don't use Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
But, you know, some still want us to do our thing, but for the most part, I try to only work with brands that actually align, that's real, because otherwise I can't even be fruitful in that. Like the Crocs shit is so crazy. I wear Crocs so much, they had sent us a pair that was a prototype, and it was uncomfortable, and I told them on the call, like, I don't really like how these feel. I'm used to this, that, and she was like, oh, it's crazy because those prototypes aren't the official ones. They actually are uncomfortable, but you would only know that if you actually fuck with the brand, you know?
Yeah, that's fire. What percentage of your career now is still trial and error? Like making mistakes and learning from them still?
100.
100?
Every day.
You have nothing down pat yet, you trying to say?
I mean, there's things that we do really, really, really exceptionally, but even those can improve. It's like we took visualizers from here to here, and we still got levels to go.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we make it look good at least.
Yeah, I mean, I have a pretty precise formula. Like I know how to make shit shake. I could take an artist who don't have nothing going and get them some motion and something going, and just rinse and repeat. Like I know how to break in. You know.
How did you get so knowledgeable about merch and like not knowing that you're gonna get ripped off? Because I've heard in the merch vlog that you guys posted, you spent like 24 racks. I think you said.
Yeah, I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on merch.
How do you know that's the right thing? Because to me that sounds crazy. I'm like, there's no way. There's got to be a better way.
I mean, you can only spend $100,000 on merch if you do merch successful. You start early. I started off with some presses. I think my first initial merch investment was probably like 3 to 4 racks total, and that's getting presses, vinyls, all that shit, garments, pressing, and then selling. And you flip and you see what worked and what didn't work, and then you go back in. But you can get merch cheaper than that. You could do a run of merch for like $500, $600 through a print shop and just see how well it sells and works. But when you want to build infrastructure, it's like me, I have a merch facility. So, you know, costs are higher, and we're bringing in a different level of quality now and garments. So, you know, shit grows as it grows, and then you have to take bigger risks if you want bigger rewards.
Yeah, that shit is so inspiring. The Shockaware, man, you put me on the Shockaware.
Yeah.
I got this my shit right here, my own merch.
Come on.
And I got the Shockaware shit. Damn, I almost
died.
responsible for this guy losing his ankle. But yeah, I mean, you're really, like I said, you're really a blueprint because you really teaching us there's no shortcuts and stop half-assing shit. You don't understand how, especially like in New York, when you're in Times Square, you have people handing you out CDs and shit. Check out my mixtape, and it's like, bro, you got to get with the times, and you got to stop looking like you're cutting corners because nobody's gonna take you seriously, bro.
Oh God, And you know what's crazy? Guerrilla marketing still works.
Son.
We did 850 tickets in DC in 3 days because I was outside.
Wow.
And I wasn't like making this, oh, I'm doing this show, but I was just so out in the community. And when people ask, oh, why you here? We moving around and posting and sharing, like guerrilla marketing still work. Only thing is like, sometimes niggas just be like too annoying. Like you gotta be, you know, a pleasant experience when you guerrilla market.
Right. Shit. I feel like New York is one of the states you've traveled to the most to perform. Other than, you know, spots on the West Coast.
I think we've done more New York shows than any other state. Yeah? Yeah.
How come it's always Brooklyn?
It's home. Brooklyn was just the first place to give me a home to perform. My very first show in New York, Market Hotel opened their doors for me. And just as an honorarium, you know, I love to get that back. And I always have my favorite shows when I come to Brooklyn. So, but I said I want to do, you know, some in Harlem and Queens and the Bronx and shit. So I'm gonna make those shake. But yeah, Brooklyn was just the first to really embrace me and give me a home to do it.
I seen that you you know, you do the pergola show in your own backyard.
Yeah.
I've seen you advertising or promoting that you're ready to do backyard shows in other people's backyards.
Yeah, we took one to Pittsburgh and we took one to LA. We back in LA this month too.
That is so fire. And are these people's homes or like recreational
Pittsburgh
facilities?
was someone's home. LA was Baron Davis's compound.
Nice.
But yeah, Pittsburgh had a nigga crib.
When it comes to Goodcompenny, and I feel like, I don't know if this is, I feel like it's an issue for me when it comes to polymath. And so yeah, like Goodcompenny, you have artists under your Goodcompenny, but I feel like your YouTube channel is mainly you.
I don't have artists under Goodcompenny.
Oh, I apologize, because I thought like artists like Cujo and Malachi.
We just all came up together. And Goodcompenny was always my thing that I built. I've been building Goodcompenny since 2016 before anyone helped me. And every time I met people, I'd allow them in my union and in my home, and they would build with me, and I share my platform. Okay. So everyone who built with us early put on the Goodcompenny faces. I was responsible for all the content that was moving. I was putting all the paper up to make it shake, and it just gave everybody a broad platform to get exposed. You feel me?
Okay. Okay, cool. Because you know, my Polymath channel, which is ultimately a podcast network channel, it's mainly just my vlogs and my content, but nobody else is creating content like that. So to a certain extent, that's why it's like that.
And that's what I realized, which is why Goodcompenny ended up being a page with so many different artists, because all the artists I was excited about or I liked something that they had weren't creating content. So I would just go create the content for them and invite them into my space. And that's how it ended up being such a hub for so many artists.
That makes sense, because yeah, that's why I thought it was your artist, because it had the GC behind them and stuff. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, you answered all my questions, bro.
Booming.
Yeah, that was a great walk and talk. Daily stroll.
Look at that. And it's 2. It's almost that time too.
Yeah.
Outside. Right, like 2:30. I think it's like 35 minutes from here. Yeah. Like 2:20, 2:30. We start packing it now.